Blue light of the phone is burning holes into the air. I'm looking for your ghost, but you're not really there. The city's gone to sleep, the traffic's died away, leaving me with all the things I couldn't find to say. I'm tangled in the sheets, I'm tracing every line of a memory of a hand that used to fit in mine. When the sun is up, I'm steady, I'm stone, I'm wise. But the logic starts to fracture when the moon begins to rise. It's the hour of the honest, it's the time of the true. When the walls I built all crumble and they turn into a you. I'm a satellite in orbit, I'm a signal in the dark, just waiting for a flicker or a solitary spark. Oh, these midnight feelings, they're a different kind of ache. They're the secrets that I whisper and the promises I break. They're the I still love yous that I'm not supposed to feel. The parts of the disaster that the daylight won't reveal. In the middle of the night when the silence is a seas, midnight feelings come and swallow me. I'm scrolling through the thread, I'm reading back the years, a digital collection of our laughter and our tears. I know I should delete it, I know I should be free, but I'm holding on to someone who is no longer with me. The shadows on the ceiling look like silhouettes of us before the gold we gathered turned to iron and to rust. It's so easy to be over it at 2 in the afternoon, but the truth comes out to haunt me by the light of a July moon. Oh, these midnight feelings, they're a different kind of ache. They're the secrets that I whisper and the promises I break. They're the I still love yous that I'm not supposed to feel. The parts of the disaster that the daylight won't reveal. In the middle of the night when the silence is a seas, midnight feelings come and swallow me. Maybe I'm just lonely, or maybe I'm just tired, or maybe you're the only thing my spirit ever fired. I'm talking to the ceiling, I'm reaching through the space, searching for the outline of a familiar face. Why is the dark so heavy? Why is the night so long? Oh, these midnight feelings, they're a different kind of ache. They're the secrets that I whisper and the promises I break. They're the I still love yous that I'm not supposed to feel. The parts of the disaster that the daylight won't reveal. In the middle of the night when the silence is a seas, midnight feelings, they come for me. At 4 a.m., at 4 a.m., I still feel you, I still do. Midnight feelings. I still flinch when the room gets quiet, like the past might call my name. I keep my heart in half-open rooms just in case the hurt comes back again. I tell myself I'm doing better, but some nights I still can't breathe. I hold my scars like they're proof of everything that happened to me. I've been living on the edge of okay, not broken, not quite brave. I'm standing at the doorway now, afraid of what I might change. I'm almost letting myself heal, almost trusting how it feels to wake up without your way, to smile without pretending. I'm almost letting myself heal, learning pain doesn't make me real. I don't have to hurt forever to remember what was real. I stopped checking your shadow, stop replaying every word. I'm learning how to sit with peace, even when it feels unfamiliar. I'm writing new rules for my heart, one breath at a time. Letting go doesn't mean I lost, it means I finally chose my life. I used to think moving on and erasing what we were. Now I know it means surviving without reopening the hurt. I'm almost letting myself heal, almost trusting how it feels to wake up without your weight, to smile without pretending. I'm almost letting myself heal, learning pain doesn't make me real. I don't have to hurt forever to remember what was real. Healing isn't loud or fast, it's quiet mornings that don't ache. It's choosing not to bleed again for love that couldn't stay. I still miss you sometimes, but I don't miss the pain. I'm letting myself heal now, I'm not scared of feeling light. I'm learning how to hold my heart without gripping it too tight. I'm letting myself heal now, even if I'm not all the way there. I don't need to rush the ending, I'm healing in my own time. Almost healed, and that's enough. I heard your name in someone else's story, like it didn't belong to me. They said you look so happy lately, like love came easily. I stared at the wall for hours, trying to breathe through the pain. How did you move on so quickly while I'm still stuck in yesterday? I packed away your sweaters, left your pictures in a box, but my heart still opens doors you already locked. You moved on without me, like I was easy to forget, like the nights we spent together was something you regret. You moved on without me, while I was still in between, learning how to live again with what we used to be. I replayed every conversation, looking for the line where love stopped meaning everything and started meaning goodbye. You said I'd be okay someday, like like I was never in it. You moved on without me, while I was learning to breathe. Every step you took forward pulled me deeper underneath. Maybe moving on is easier when you never love the same. Maybe your heart was already gone before I felt the change. I don't hate you for being happy, I just wish I wasn't the cost of you finding your peace and me feeling lost. You moved on without me, and that's the truth I face. I'm still picking up the pieces you left in your place. You moved on without me, but I won't stay here too. I learned how to love myself the way I once loved you. If love ever asked me again what it feels like to be free, I'll say it's learning to live after you moved on without me. And smile so you wouldn't see how tired my heart had been. I wiped my face before you looked, pretended I was stronger then. I told myself love needs pain, but pain was all that stayed. I gave you my tears, every night, every fear. I cried in silence so you wouldn't hear. I broke so you could breathe. I bled just to keep you near. I gave you my heart, you gave me these tears. I stayed up waiting for your words, like they could save my day. I blamed myself for your distance, found excuses for the way you changed. I carried the weight for two, still felt invisible to you. I gave you my tears when love felt unclear. I held you together while I disappeared. I begged for a sign, you never appeared. I gave you my love, you took all my tears. Maybe I loved too deeply, maybe you loved too light. I turned my hurt into patience while you slept through every fight. I know when hope turned cold, I just know I cried alone. I gave you my tears, but I'm done bleeding now. I won't trade my peace for someone who won't stay around. myself. I master the art of the porcelain face, keeping every disaster in its own little place. I waited till you left, till the car cleared the drive, before I let the ghost in me start to arrive. I was the anchor, I was the stone, a fortress of strength you thought was your own. But while you were dreaming of a life made of gold, I was shivering alone in a house growing cold. I poured your coffee with a hand that was steady, while my world was a wreck and my spirit was heavy. I kept the lights bright so you'd never find out the ocean of sadness I was drowning about. Because you never saw my tears, they were a midnight affair. Salt water and silence and a cold empty air. I was a wildfire you thought was a spark, sobbing in shadows, screaming in the dark. You walked through my life like a guest in a room, while I was the one who was managing the gloom. You think that I'm heartless, you think that I'm clear, but honey, you never saw my tears. You'd ask how I was, and I'd say I was fine, drawing a sharp and a dangerous line between the woman who loved you and the one who was gone, waiting for the armor to be put back on. I cried in the shower, I cried in the rain, used the water to cover the pain. It was a lonely performance, a private defeat, to make sure your perfect was always complete. Because you never saw my tears, they were a midnight affair. Salt water and silence and the cold empty air. I was a wildfire you thought was a spark, sobbing in shadows, screaming in the dark. You walked through my life like a guest in a room, while I was the one who was managing the gloom. You think that I'm heartless, you think that I'm clear, but honey, you never saw my tears. You even look, did you ever try to see the reflection of the grief in my eye? Or was it just easier to think I was glass, to watch the erosion and let it all pass? I was breaking in front of you, but I did it so quietly. Yeah, you never saw my tears, they were a midnight affair. Salt water and silence and the cold empty air. I was a wildfire you thought was a spark, sobbing in shadows, screaming in the dark. You walked through my life like a guest in a room. I'm letting them fall now in the light of the day. I'm washing the perfect away. Look at me now, look at my It was nothing, just a moment, but my whole world changed that night. You didn't say a single word, but your eyes said it right. We were standing way too close, like the air knew what to do. I felt my heart forget its rules the second I met you. I've been seen 1,000 times, but never like you saw me then. Like every broken piece of me was worth holding in your hands. It was the way you looked at me, like I was more than just a name, like I was someone you could love, not someone easy to replace. It was the way you looked at me, soft and honest, slow and true. I fell in love without a word, just from the way I felt with you. I replay it in my quiet nights, the glance I never could forget, the kind that makes you feel alive and scared of what comes next. You smile like you already knew what my heart was trying to hide. I turned away to catch my breath, afraid you'd read my eyes. I've heard people say I love you, but never felt that kind of care, like you saw straight through my walls and stayed right there. It was the way you looked at me, like I was something you could keep, like I was worth a chance to fall and not too hard to be too deep. It was the way you looked at me that taught my heart to feel again. I didn't know how lonely I was until you saw me then. Maybe it didn't last forever, maybe we let it fade away, but that moment still lives in me, in the way I love today. It was the way you looked at me that changed the girl I used to be. Even now I still believe in love because you believed in me. It was the way you looked at me, I carry it wherever I go. Some loves don't stay in your arms, they stay in your soul. If I ever doubt my worth again, I remember who I can be, all because of the way you looked at me. I said I'm fine a little too fast, like if I say it, it might last. I change the subject, change my tone, act like I'm better on my own. I packed away the things we were, but some nights still pull the thread. I don't live there anymore, but it's not gone from my head. I don't cry like I used to, I don't fall apart at first, but healing doesn't mean the feeling doesn't still hurt. I'm still not over this, even if I look okay. I've learned how to live with it, but it hasn't gone away. I don't miss you every second, but when I do, I really miss. I've moved on from who we were, but I'm still not I can hear your name without shaking. I can pass the places we'd go, but some memories catch me off guard, like they don't know how to let go. I've met new days, new conversations, learned how to laugh again. Still part of my heart remembers how it felt back then. I don't wish for us back, I don't rewind time. I just didn't know healing could feel like this inside. I'm still not over this, even if I look okay. I've learned how to live with it, but it hasn't gone away. I don't miss you every second, but when I do, I really miss. I've moved from who we were, but I'm still not over this. Maybe getting over it isn't the goal at all. Maybe it's learning how to stand when the memories fall. I don't hate the love we had, I don't regret the pain. It shaped the way my heart now beats. It taught me how to stay. I breathe and I let it ache. I don't run, I don't break. I let the feeling pass through me, then fade. I'm still not over this, but I'm stronger than before. Don't carry all the weight, I don't feel it to my core. I'm not stuck inside the past, I'm not lost in what we did. I'm moving forward with my life, even if I'm still not over this. Not holding on, just learning how to let it hurt less. I didn't cry when I woke up and the bed was cold. It didn't break when the rest of me started to unfold. The big things are easy, I've got them all under control. I filled up the silence and I've mended the hole. But then I'm at the market and I see your favorite brand, and for a second I'm reaching out for your hand. Or I find a spare key in the back of a drawer, and I forget for a heartbeat who we aren't anymore. It's not a tidal wave, it's not a sudden storm. It's just a lack of something that used to keep me warm. It's in the static, it's in the cracks, the little things that I can't take back. I miss you in small ways throughout the day, in the things that I see, in the things that I say. It's the way the light hits the chair by the door, or the way the tea tastes not the same anymore. I'm doing just fine, I'm moving along, but I'm still hearing notes from a half-finished song. The world is still turning and the sky is still blue, but I miss you in small ways, I really do. I heard a joke today that only you would understand, and I almost text you from the phone in my hand. I see a red car and I think that it's you, before I remember that we're finally through. It's the habit of you, like a ghost in my skin, waiting for a conversation to finally begin. I'm not falling apart, I'm not losing my mind, I'm just leaving a trail of you behind. I miss you in small ways throughout the day, in the things that I see, in the things that I say. It's the way the light hits the chair tastes not the same anymore. I'm doing just fine, I'm moving along, but I'm still hearing notes from a half-finished song. The world is still turning and the sky is still blue, but I miss you in small ways, I really do. To an empty room, it's the jasmine that's starting to finally bloom. The little details, the parts of the day that used to be ours but are slipping away. Ooh, just small things. Yeah, I miss you in small ways throughout the day, in the things that I see, that I say. It's the way the light hits the chair by the door, or the way the tea tastes not the same anymore. I'm doing just fine, I'm moving along, but I'm still hearing notes from a half-finished song. One small thing at a time, the way you take your coffee, the way you used to drive. I miss you in small ways. I miss you in small. I found a receipt in an old winter coat from that diner we loved, and the poem you wrote on the back of a napkin in ink that's turned blue. A blurred little map of the person I knew. The seasons have shifted, the garden is dry, but I still see a ghost in the corner of my eye. It's not that I'm lonely or wanna go back, it's just that the light hits a different track and reminds me of when we were easy and gold, before we had stories that had to be told. I was yours once, like the moon to the sea, a pull in the dark between you and me. Every secret I whispered, every breath that I gave is tucked in the folds of a memory wave. I don't belong there, and neither do you. But honey, I was yours once, and that felt like the truth. Your name is a melody I don't sing out loud, like a silver-lined rim on a heavy gray cloud. I see you in strangers, in the way that they lean, in the quiet spaces that fall in between. I've built a new life and I've painted the walls, but I still hear your step in these hollowed out halls. I was yours once, like the moon to the sea, a pull in the dark between you and me. Every secret I whispered, every breath that I gave is tucked in the folds of a memory wave. I don't belong there, and neither do you. But honey, I was yours once, and that felt like the truth. It's a beautiful way, it's a soft kind of ache to know what we built was worth all that we break. I'm a different woman with different scars, but we're still written down in the same book of stars. I was yours once, like the moon to the sea, a pull in the dark between you and me. Every secret I whispered, every breath that I gave is tucked in the folds of a memory wave. No, I don't belong there, and neither do you. But honey, I was yours once, and that felt like the truth. Yeah, I was yours once, just for a moment, just for a lifetime. I was yours once, I was yours You held my hand, but not my forever. Said my name like you meant it, then let it fade. Every promise was wrapped in a maybe. Every feeling stopped halfway. I learned your silences like a language. Learned to read between every line. I kept telling myself, be patient, while my heart fell behind. I was shrinking my knees to fit your space, calling crumbs a feast somehow. I was asking my heart to wait when it already knew how. You were almost enough for me, almost love, almost true, just close enough to make me believe, but never enough to choose. You were almost enough for me, like a dream I could almost keep. I held you like you were everything, but you were almost, not completely. You'd show up right when I was breaking, say the words I was dying to hear, then disappear when I needed you most, like you were scared of being here. I chased my hope in the space between us, where your someday used to be. I stayed quiet so you wouldn't leave, and lost parts of me. I was calling your distant space, calling lonely understand. I kept lowering the bar for love, just to feel your hand. You were almost enough for me, almost home, almost safe. You gave me just enough to stay, but not enough to stay the same. You were almost enough for me, like a song without the release. I loved you like you were everything, but you were almost, not completely. If love shouldn't leave you guessing at night, or wondering where you stand, then maybe what I call love was just me reaching with one hand. I deserved a heart that stayed, not one I had to chase. I deserved a love that didn't fade every time I showed my face. You were almost enough for me, and that's the hardest truth, 'cause almost love still breaks your heart, like the real thing does too. You were almost enough for me, but almost is where I bled. So I'm learning to let you go for something more instead. I won't beg love to choose me again, or settle for half of the truth. You were almost enough for me, but I deserve more than you. I don't cry the way I used to. The tears learn how to wait. I fold my heart into small spaces just so it doesn't break. I smile in all the right places, say I'm better than before. But healing feels like holding breath, not hurting anymore. I don't chase the highs or lows, I just try to let it go. I'm learning to feel less, 'cause feeling cost me everything. I love too deep, I lost myself in every in-between. I don't wanna be empty, I just want some rest. I'm not learning how to hear, I'm learning to feel less. I keep my voice at half its volume, my hopes at arm's length. I read between the lines of love and lower my defense. I don't fall fast, I don't stay long, I don't ask for more. I've learned how to leave a room before it hurts me worse. I don't trust the calm inside, I'm scared of what it might hide. I'm learning to feel less, so I don't drown in every touch. I don't dream it forever now, I don't believe as much. I still want something real, but safer than the rest. I'm not learning how to love, I'm learning to feel less. Maybe one day I'll feel again without the fear attached. Maybe I'll love without bracing for the aftermath. But right now I'm choosing quiet over bleeding my chest. I'm learning to feel less, not because I don't care, but because I cared too hard and ended up nowhere. I'll find my way back slowly when I'm ready to rest. I'm not broken, I'm just tired, learning to feel less. Not forever, just until I'm safe again. You said my name like it was safe, like you were never gonna leave. Your arms felt steady in the dark, I believed what you believed. Every promise sounded true. When I saw forever in you, I thought you'd stay. When the lights went low, when love in me got hard to hold, I thought you'd stay. When the nights grew long, when right felt wrong, I thought you'd stay. I gave you all I couldn't say. I thought you'd stay. We built a home inside our words, soft plans we never had to prove. I learned your silence like a language. Still I thought I spoke to you. I held on tight, you let it fade. Somewhere between hello and change. I thought you'd stay when doubts moved in, when love wore thin. I thought you'd stay when I needed you most. You slipped like a ghost. I thought you'd stay. I loved you in the honest way. I thought you'd stay. Maybe I asked for too much truth. Maybe I loved deeper than you. But I don't regret the heart I gave, only the faith that couldn't save. If we